Good day, everyone. My name is Lyle Maril P. Sineza, a second-year nursing student of Iligan Medical Center College, College of Nursing and Midwifery. So this video is my output for the midterm task exam for gender and society. So the situation is the refugee crisis in Europe and the latest one in Afghanistan and the immigration problem in the US-Mexico border poses so many problems, not only political, but also humanitarian and cultural problems. Among these are the most basic problems they faced. 1. Were not able to assimilate into the host culture. 2. Mismatched values and social systems from the host nation. 3. Educational problem, since many of which were not able to finish school. 4. Job problems, because many cannot seem to find decent jobs. 5. Homelessness, many of which are still living in internment camps. So the question is, if you were given full power and authority by all nations which faces these problems in the homeland, how would you deal with it? So there are factors or reasons why people migrate to other countries, especially the Americas. So 1, it is to seek work. 2, to seek asylum. 3, to flee from violence. 4, to flee from the poor situation of their country. So there is this one article, to further understand the situation. There is this one article that resonated with me, or it was, for me, it was easy to understand. It is an article by Tufts Now. It was posted last June 18, 2019. Headline: 3 ways to help solve the immigration crisis. So if I were given the power and authority to solve the crisis, so first, we must boost the legal migration. So in boosting legal migration, we must increase the number of accepted immigrants legally and screen the immigrants through regular legal pathways. So in this manner, or in this process, we minimize the number of illegal immigrants, and we will give them a job, it, jobs from in high demand jobs, like in agricultural sector, like farming, in healthcare, caregiving, and also in domestic like domestic helpers. So we must also restructure the asylum. So we must assess why these people want to migrate into this country. So we must first separate the people who want to work here, or people who want to seek asylum to flee from the injustices of their country, or who want to seek asylum to flee from violence, para makuha na to kung unsa nga degree of security atong mahatag sa ilaha. So the second way of solving the crisis, it is to reduce the disease fears. So it is uncontestable that most of the immigrants are from third world countries, so with poor living conditions, poor healthcare facilities, and they are from countries that with congested population. It may be true that these people are more susceptible to diseases, in acquiring diseases, and they are stigmatized that they may carry or transmit communicable diseases, but there is no such data supporting that claim. So to erase that stigma or solve that crisis, we separate the infectious disease screening and health services from migrant and refugee application outcomes. So by that manner, atong i-separate ang healthcare workers that does the test, or healthcare screenings or checkups from the immigration authorities para dili maabusaran ang authority these people kanang masakito ni sila dili na nato sila dawatan this race kanang mga kuan kanang ugawan ra kayo mga baho ingana. And we also need to deliver health services to migrants and refugees in a culturally sensitive way. So in a culturally sensitive way, so healthcare workers should deliver culturally apt treatments to these to people na outside Western who do not opt to Western medicine or Western treatment. So we must accept and respect their decision not to take this treatment. So we just have them to write a waiver that they rejected this treatment. As an example is this certain religion, they do not it is very immoral for them to have that they may undergo a blood transfusion. So ato na silang pa-sign a waiver. And next, we raise awareness among local officials and community leaders as well as central governments. So we educate our citizens pangunahan sa ato ang kabarangay and the city that ato silang parang nga these people do not there is no such data that these people carry diseases nga kung sa atong mga false perceptions nila. We must erase that. So the third way to solve the crisis is to recognize the migrants' vulnerability. Dili po na to mukan sa uban kung ang ilang hunahuna nga labi na kung ang immigrants they come from the Middle Eastern countries. Kung na to nga basin na ay nag-apil-apil nga rebelde na to pareha na hitabo sa Marawi siege nga na ay nagkuan di ay nagapil-apil nga mga nagtudlo day og kanang usahon pagbuhat og bomba dito sa sulupod tawi-tawi. And to solve this atong ikuan nga atong ibalik sa nganong nianhi sila dire. So it is to seek asylum, to seek work, to flee from violence, and to flee from the poor situation of their country. So we must be more empathetic. So para dili ta maabot ing ana, so we must be strict in screening immigrants. So regarding the problem, one, we are not able to assimilate into the host culture. Two, mismatched values and social systems from the host nation. So if there are immigrants that were accepted in the application process, so they must undergo programs na mag-educate sa ilaha that these are the practices exercised in this country, the norms in this country, and dapat ato po sila ipasabot nga that they should respect and accept the values and the social systems exercised or practiced in this country. And on our part, we should also accept their differing point of views or principles and educational problems, since many of which were not able to finish school. So the government should provide or give them education, especially the youngsters, para inigdako nila ug na sila mahumanan. They might think to migrate again to another country, or they might think to go back to their country of origin. And next is job problems, because many cannot seem to find decent jobs. So in this in this problem kay naaman tayo TESDA. So these immigrants nga ato silang tagaan o tagaan nato sila kuan nga makaskwela sila TESDA ang vocational skills. Then sa akong giingon ginina, the first boosting legal migration. So atong ibutang ang mga immigrants sa katong mga sectors nga nag-need gyud og mga workers, like the agricultural sector, the healthcare sector, o katong sa labi na sa domestic helpers. So lastly is the homelessness, in many of which are still living in internment camps. So I already said that we must give them give them education, have them undergo programs that educate them that this is the norms, practices, the values exercised in this country, that they should respect it, and have them undergo vocational courses in TESDA para gawas nila sa internment camps, they can na sila trabaho, makakita sila og work. We should be empathetic to the plight of immigrants, giving them the freedom we have in our country, and we aim to minimize conflicts arising from cultural differences. Thank you.